Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I am Mrs. Fozia Afzal, Senior SST English. The topic of my lecture is Direct and Indirect Speech, which is also called narration. Students, in your previous classes, you have been introduced with this topic, but in your class 10th now, you will learn it in more detail and practice it extensively. Students, direct and indirect or narration is a very important segment of grammar, not only with reference to your examination, but also for your day-to-day life. So today we'll learn the basics of narration. And once that you have learned the rules, you just have to practice it. And the more you will practice, the more you will learn it. So let's start. Dear students, at the end of this lesson, you should be able to differentiate between direct and indirect speech. You should be able to learn the rules of narration and apply the rules in changing the simple sentences into indirect speech. Dear students, in our daily life, we come across a lot of situations where we have to report or narrate the words of a speaker to somebody else. So we can do it in two ways. We can report the words of an original speaker in two ways. First, we may report the words of a speaker as it is, and this is called direct speech. We put his speech into inverted commas or in quotation marks, and this portion of or this part of the sentence is called a reported speech, whereas the first part of this sentence, which is not in the commas, this is called the reporting speech. And secondly, we may report or narrate what the original speaker has said without quoting his exact words. We may use our own words, but we should not change the real sense of the speaker. So this is called indirect speech or narration. In other words, narration is the act of narrating or telling the speaker's words to somebody else without changing the sense of the real sentence. Now notice this, as this was the first sentence was the direct one, the same sentence has been done into the indirect. He said that he had passed the examination. Here, we have narrated the same sentence, but we have used our own words, but we have not changed the real sense. So this main verb in reporting speech is called the principal verb. So students, just imagine that last Sunday, your aunt came across a very foolish person who misbehaved with her, and your aunt said to him, "You are a fool." Now you want to narrate this incident to your elder brother, and you tell your brother this incident in these words. "My aunt said to the man that you are a fool." Now, as soon as your brother hears this, he gets angry. Why? Because you have not conveyed the real sense of your aunt's speech, and you have given him the impression that your aunt has called your brother a fool. So this was mistake on your part. This was the mistake that you have done while narrating the real speech of the speaker. Consider this as a real life situation, that a day before, your sister went to your father and she said to him that she needs help in her assignment, and your father said to your sister that I am very busy now. So these were his exact words that he spoke. Now you want to narrate this incident, or you want to narrate this sentence to your mother, and you come to her and you say, my father said to my sister that he is very busy now. But the response of your mother is like this: no, he is not busy. He is watching TV. So again, you have created a misunderstanding and a confusion to the hearer. Why? Because you have not narrated the speaker's speech in a very correct way. So it seems that you might have changed the direct speech by following some rules so as to make the meaning clear and to save the others from any confusion. So it means that we need some rules and regulations to change the speech of the speaker, and we cannot narrate it as we want. So let's see what are the rules. So first, very basic rule or the basic change that you will be doing in your sentence while narrating it to somebody else is the change of pronouns. The pronouns of direct speech are changed where necessary to save the hearer from any confusion. Otherwise, your hearer might take the impression that he is the object of the speech. First, you see this, my aunt said. Here, the aunt is the speaker, said to the man. The man is the object. So the speaker is subject and the man is the object or the addressee. So you will remember these two things. Again, I'll repeat it, that the original speaker is the subject while the addressee is the object. The man, here in this sentence, the man is the object or he is the addressee. Now you will make change in pronoun so as your hearer does not take the impression that he is the object. How you might have changed it? My aunt told the man that he was a fool. So again, see this sentence, how we have changed the pronouns here. She said to me. Here, she said is the subject, she is the subject, said is the principal verb, and me is the object. So you know that addressee is the object. So always keep it into your mind that you will not make the hearer the object. So you will change it like this. She told me that she didn't believe me. In the next sentence, see, you can see that the reported speech is the same. But when the reporting speech is changed, then the sense of all the sentences changed. So you can see that in all these sentences, the reported, in these three sentences, the reported speech is the same. I don't believe you. But the first part, which is reporting speech, it is changed. So the pronouns are also changed. She said to him, I don't believe you. She told him is the object, him is the addressee, that she didn't believe him. I said to him, I don't believe you. Here, the original speaker is I, or I is the subject, and him is the object or addressee. So you will change it like this. I told him that I didn't believe him. So now you might have understood that why it is very important to change the pronouns correctly. The next very basic rule of narrating a direct speech into indirect is change of tense. So when the reporting or a principal verb is in the past tense, all the present tenses of the direct are changed into the corresponding past tenses. So a simple present tense or a present indefinite becomes a simple past, or past indefinite Like, see this sentence. My father said. Said is the principal verb and this is in past tense. So the next sentence, which is the reported speech, it will also be changed into past tense. See this? Or we have changed this. My father told. Now this said has been changed into told. My father told my sister that he was very busy then. Now you have narrated this sentence correctly that you might have done in the first example in our motivation. Now see this next sentence. He said, I am unwell. He said that he was unwell. So now what is the change here? This am is the present tense and am has been changed into was. So this is the basic change here. See the next example. A present continuous will become a past continuous. So if the reporting speech or the principal verb is in past tense, the reported speech will also become in past continuous like this. He said that his master was writing letters. So what is the change here? You are noticing is has been changed into was. Next example of present continuous changed into past continuous is, she said to me, I am going to Lahore. So what will be the change here? She told me that she was going to Lahore. A present perfect becomes a past perfect. He said, I have passed the examination. So this reported speech is in present perfect tense. But now you will change it into past perfect. And for past perfect, we use had. He said that he had passed the examination. See the next sentence. They said, we have done our duty. How it will be changed? We will change have into had. They said that they had done their duty. So next rule is the simple past in the direct becomes the past perfect. Like this, he said. This the principal verb is in the past indefinite tense. The horse died. So focus on this verb died. Died is the past tense, past indefinite tense, while the principal verb said is also in the past indefinite tense. So now we will change it into past perfect tense. Had died. The main change is had died. So you need to focus on this sentence again. You know that in previous sentences, we were discussing that if the principal verb is in the past tense and the next is in the present, then the present will be changed into past. But now you should focus on this, that if both of the parts of the sentence, reporting and reported speech, are both in the past indefinite tense, then we'll change it into past perfect. See this, she said he sang a beautiful song. He said that he had sung. Past perfect, that he had sung a beautiful song. The next rule of changing a direct sentence into indirect is that the tense may not be changed if the statement is still relevant or if it is a universal truth. So what is universal truth, students? Universal truth means a statement that remains the reality or that remains true for all the times and for all the places. Means that everywhere and always the statement remains true. Like, see this sentence. My father said, honesty is the best policy. So this reported speech, honesty is the best policy, is a proverb that will always remain, and that was a universal truth which cannot be changed. So my father said that honesty is the best policy. Now why we have not changed this is into was? Because if we use here was, then this sentence will mean that first, in the past, honesty was the best policy, but now it is not. So we do not want to change this universal truth into past. This is still relevant. So the tense will not be changed, even if the principal verb is in the past tense. For example, the teacher said, the sun rises in the east. So this is also universal truth, which is true everywhere and for always. The teacher said that the sun rises in the east. So you see that we have not changed this verb, rises, into past tense. So girls, come to your next rule. This is also very important. If the reporting speech is in the present tense, the tenses of the direct speech will not be changed. For example, he says, now you see that says is present indefinite tense, and this is the principal verb. So the next sentence, I am unwell, this is also present tense, and we will not change its tense now. He says that he is unwell. Sometimes the students make this kind of mistake that even if the principal verb is in the present indefinite tense, they will change the next reported speech into past. That is wrong. So you will focus that if the reporting speech is in the present tense, the tense of the reported speech will not be changed. Whatever the tense is, it will remain the same. Now see the next rule. Girls, if the reporting speech is in the past tense, then words which express nearness in time or nearness of the place, they will be changed into words which express distance or which express the sense of past, not present, like this. If there is this adverb in reported speech, now means at present. Then when we will change it into past, then it will become then, because then is an adverb which gives us the sense of the past. Now is present, now means at present, and then means at that time. Again, here it gives us the sense of nearness here, but there gives us the sense of distance. Ago will become before, thus will be changed into so, today will be changed into that day, tomorrow will be changed into the next day, yesterday will become the day before, last night will be changed into the night before, this and these will be changed to that and those. So just see this sentence. He said, I'm glad to be here this evening. So what do you think? Here will be changed into there, this will be changed into that. So see the changes in this indirect sentence. What are the changes? He said that he was. Now this am has been changed into was. Here has been changed into there. This has been changed into that. See, he said that he was glad to be there that evening. So girls, here, if we change this principal verb into present tense, then what will happen? How will we change it? If there is the principal verb is says, he says, I'm glad to be here this evening. Then how will change the sentence? He says that he is glad to be here this evening. Then we'll not change the sentence, and then we'll not change all these words which show the sense of nearness. So students, today we have learned very basic rules about narration, which are very important for you to do the extensive exercises ahead. What we have learned, we have learned the difference between the direct and indirect speech, and we have learned the basic terminology used in these sentences, like reported speech and reporting speech, the principal verb, the original speaker, and the addressee, right? And again, motivation means that we also knew that why at all we need to know the rules of narration and why it is important for us to know the rules. Next, we have also applied the rules in changing some sentences, and we have also noticed that what are the basic changes in reported speech that make them an indirect sentence. Okay, girls. Now to know that how much you have learned the rules, there is a task for you, and it is from your grammar and composition PTB. This is the page number 173, and you will just do first 10 sentences, and you will send it into your English group. Now, students, again, I'll ask you to learn and revise all these rules for your practice, and before doing our next lecture, and that is about changing the different types of sentences into indirect speech step by step. So learn these rules, revise it and practice it, and we'll do the types of sentences in our next lecture. I hope that you must have understood the basic concepts of narration today. So thank you very much and take care.